It's your boy DJ Crypto, and today I have another cryptocurrency video for you guys. And man, it has been a long time since I have done this, but I have some cryptocurrency to bring to you guys and some insight. This is just the update, man, on the 1,000 to 10K challenge, just to kind of show you that this actually works and whatnot. And I actually just made this video, but in the first video, I didn't show my investment account to kind of go with the other withdrawals, which you guys will see in a second. If you guys can't tell, my portfolio has changed oh so much. First being with these three cryptocurrencies that you see right here in front of your face, pretty much being one Essentia. Essentia has been one that has been getting talked about a lot. They have a app in the making, which is kind of like PPay. So this is like getting into PPay or plasma finance at an earlier stage to me, in which I just sold some plasma finance because I didn't know why they were pumping, but they were, and it was because they had started to begin their staking. And Essentia is not like PPay. This is more of a Essentia is a master node, and right now it's at an extremely early phase in their I don't know, journey, I guess you can say. And I didn't want to be the guy that, could have got a master node for $600 and missed out. So right now, I'm giving my friends opportunity to join in on this with me, and because all you need is 100,000 of these things, and you see I already have 62,000, and that is only $262. I just been kind of like watching the price because I figure maybe it can go down more, and then maybe I'll buy two master nodes. Okay. And I believe the APY on these master nodes are 197% or up to that point. So I'm like, whoa, that could be really cool to be getting involved with that at an early stage. And you guys know the whole purpose of this was to stake and to make basically $10,000. But I kind of switched it up a little bit. And the reason I did that is because I feel like that the staking the cryptocurrency has taught me like a lot of patience, and it showed me how to be satisfied with all the gains I make. Because at first, there would be days to where doing the staking, I would only make $1, and then sometimes maybe $2. And, having that, gaining that type of patience back just to be satisfied with getting $1 to $2, it brought me back on my patience, it just brought that back. So I learned to be more satisfied, even if, I lost, I'm just like, well, at least I'm getting a piece of something, because I know that for this market cycle that this is nowhere near the top. So, accumulation is the name of the game right now. But at the same time, you can easily gain more just trading and then having a price point to where you kind of want to exit your trade. So what do I mean by that? So say with, for example, PCX, say I'm like, I'm going to just ride it all the way up to, because I bought in at $3. Just say I sold it at $9, right, or something like that, or no, $15. We'll just say $15 because that's the tops it's been at. So say if I had a goal of like, okay, I'm gonna hit $15, and with usually with like a jump like that, depending on how fast it happens. I start to notice these type of things. Once you see like a coin really jump, if the jump is not ready and dependent on the market of the overall health of cryptos, that some of these jumps are kind of fake, and you can just make your money you can make your money by selling real fast and then buying back in. So at this point, that's what I did to a degree. And also on top of that, with doing that, I was what is the word? I don't even know the word, but let's just keep it going here, man. So I was just selling at certain points. I would try to sell at the top, and then I would just buy back in. Okay, so be like, and just having the patience of be like, where I can wait a couple days, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, because some of these prices, they do go very, very exuberant depending on what's going on. Like, matter of fact, last month, this is where I really broke the shit out of the challenge, right? So I was in a cryptocurrency called APY, right? And at the time, they didn't even have staking or none of that stuff. But I honestly liked who they had behind them. So, I had bought in, like, I had got in at extremely low price. I got in around at 58 cents, right? So in like a couple days, like, I watched it, I had put 400 in and it was at 58 cents. So I watched it go from like 58 cents to almost $2, right? And then it went down and the market started to take a hit. So I was like, you know what? Instead of absorbing all this, because it felt like it was downtrending me, everything was downtrending. So I just sold it, right? So I sold it around $1.20. Went from like $1.80, dropped to like $1.20. That's when I decided to sell. And then it hit to like, it hit all the way down to like a 90 cent. But I had bought back in at, each of them were $1. And then like I bought some at 90 cents. So that, off of that $400, I turned it into like a 1,000 or something, and then I ended up buying in at a lower price. Put those 1,000 I bought, end up turning into like 1,100 of them, or $1,000. I'm sorry. So the $1,000 turned that I had, I ended up selling, and then buying back in I sold at $1.20, and then I bought back in at $1.90, and then it started to level around like $1.24. So at that point, that same $400 had turned to $1,300, and it went from $1,000 to $1,300. So at that, it started to level out at $1.24, and then all of a sudden, the dude BitBoy Crypto started talking about it, and then that 1,200 turned into 8,800. Okay, so I was like, whoa. So I took some of the profits off of that, and then I started to stake other cryptocurrencies, but I made some bad investments. I bought into some coins that kind of screwed me in the long run, but no, I mean, not in the long run, but in the short term. So it didn't get screwed that bad, but just for now. So I ended up buying some of these coins, you can see. I just got into DAOs, took some of my profits that I made off of Orion. And the reason I have Orion is because that's another staking project. Now, DAOs, they say, is going to be like, what's its name? I can't even think of the coin. It's going to be like, it's a coin that people know, synthetics, boom. Supposed to be the interchangeable synthetics, and biofinance is supposed to be like the same thing, but it's not interoperable. That's the word, interoperable. So I bought a whole bunch of coins. I bought into, and it was sucky because I bought into these coins at a high price, right? So I got an NFT coin called Name Changing Token, NCT, and you can see it's paying me on the daily. Biofinance, Badger really killed me because I had bought that thing around $70, but I don't mind it because I believe in this coin greatly. And then Ramp, it's another one I kind of was just kind of aping in, and I was buying in at a high. So a lot of these coins I did buy at a high, but I believe in these cryptocurrencies in the long term. So I bought a lot of these coins, and I'm just staking them and just letting my funds stack up, man. That's what you do, man. You just buy, you let your money work for you. So technically my money is working for me right now. So this is between those two, that's 7,000. And then I just want to show you guys some of my withdrawal history. And the reason why I withdrew so many of these coins is because with like some of these coins, native staking protocols, or like some of their native staking, you can actually get paid better, and they have more privileges, and plus the unstaking time is faster. For example, PCX being one of them. So PCX on here, I believe the highest I've seen it at for the staking is about 45%. Now there was at one point that when I put it on the wallet, like, are you getting paid 75%? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna need to put my stuff on there and stake, and then on top of that they're doing a airdrop. For each PCX you have, you get one KSX, which is a Sherpa that's going to be part of their Kusama. And so I basically just didn't leave it in their hands, and I didn't leave it in these guys' hands to basically make the announcement to say like, okay, yeah, we're going to support the airdrop. So, and plus, when I first unstaked my PCX, it took like 8 days. Now, if you do this in the wallet, it only takes 3 days. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's that benefit, too. You get to unstake and do all that stuff faster, okay? So, that is another reason I sent my PCX out, right? So, with PCX, being sent out, I can get my airdrop. I didn't have to leave it up to these guys, and I can unstake faster. And then I sent out some R fuel. Now R fuel, it hasn't really been moving as much, but now a lot of the partners that they're working with that are building on their platform are starting to go big, and they're getting better at what they do. One being Mantra DAO, another cryptocurrency being Labs, which it hasn't actually came out yet, but they're doing the IDO on the 12th of this month. I believe. I think they actually have 3. They have a release on Duck DAO, and they have a release on Mantra DAO. And Mantra DAO is another one that I have bought, which is right there, some And I had got into because they were paying 88%. And these guys are great workers. They deliver. And I remember when what made me get into is because of the benefits of it. Okay, so with it is good because of the benefits of it. So with there was this other cryptocurrency I wanted to get into called Duck DAO Dimes. If you guys are not familiar with it, they're going to be huge in the future. But at the time, I didn't have quite the pocket to buy it and get all the privileges that came with it. So if I would have bought it at the time, I needed 10,000. I believe it was 1,000 or 10,000, one of them, Duck DAO Dimes. And at the time, I think it was like $30 or something like that for a Duck DAO Dime. Maybe it maybe been cheaper, but there's tiers in Duck DAO Dime or Duck DAO Dime. And to be in the top, you needed to spend about, I think, $90,000, and I just wasn't willing to spend that. So there was another cryptocurrency called Mantra DAO, and a lot of people were talking about it. And when it came out, it was pumping at first because the DeFi was the huge thing, and these guys are smart marketers, so they took advantage of, of that, and they quickly pumped to 62 cents. And a little while after that, the whole market just took a blow, just took a hit. So it went down to, what about it? It was about 20 cents per coin. Then I started to buy a little bit thin, but I didn't really focus on it then. It went down to like 12 cents. I bought a lot. Then it went down to 6 cents, and then I bought some more. I did get, once it got to about 6 cents, I kind of got exhausted. And, it dropped or whatever. And, I was a buyer. The same thing, with R Fuel, when it first came out, it went up, but it just got hit, got knocked down. So I was just buying the crap out of R Fuel because that is one that I figure is kind of like a sleeper. And it seemed like these guys are more perfectionists, right? So they're not just announcing stuff back to back. And the team at this point, they seem more like a behind the scenes type of team because a lot of the partners are really thriving, but they are not necessarily focused on that. So yeah, R Fuel. And then we have ETH, so there's a lot of stuff I sent out off of here. PCX, R Fuel, ADA, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And yeah, man. So I already broke the 10,000. And right now, if you guys do the math of everything that's sent off, this is probably about, all this right here is probably about 15,000. So right now, I guess I'm gonna switch this up from 10,000, from 1,000 to 10,000 to 10,000 to 10,000. We'll just do it 10,000 to 100,000, and I'm like already to almost to 20,000. I'm gonna eventually just bring all my little accounts together and just kind of show you guys, just basically like we'll just do the math or something, and we'll get it accurate. So we'll just count this right now as 10,000. And yeah, man, catch you guys on the next one.